Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here today to check out some Cult of Luna. This is a Patreon request from this patron right here. The name of the song is Three Bridges. Now, I'm familiar with this band because I did an album review, so I feel like I know at least a little bit of what I'm getting myself into, but you've never heard of Cult of Luna.
I don't think so.
Alright, so I'm not... this is a band that I'm kind of pregnant about. Do you know what I mean? Some of the stuff that I heard from them was like Kenneth Anderson in the 1994 World Cup. And then some stuff that I heard from them was Thomas Brolin after he broke his ankle. So I'm not quite sure how I feel towards them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Some stuff I really like and some stuff I haven't really gotten my head around. So I don't know what this one is going to have to offer.
You're still going in with an advantage because you've already heard
definitely
their sound.
For you, it's everything is completely...
I'm just diving head first.
All right, into the abyss. All right. You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right. Because I already knew the band, at least somewhat, I'm going to let you go first because I don't want my opinion to kind of taint how you feel about the song.
It wouldn't taint my opinion.
Okay, so how do you feel?
Because the way the song started, I was kind of nervous a little bit because I really, really dig the mood of the song, the guitars, the everything about the song. I was really enjoying, and then his vocals were in the background, so I was kind of like iffy about it because I'm like, I would want them to be more in the front because what you're hearing mostly is the guitar that's overpowering the vocals. But then I thought to myself, the vocals are not really vocals in this song. It's more of just another instrument being added into this big
sound.
This big sound, this big instrumental track. I wouldn't even call this just a full-on. This is just an instrumental track
with vocals.
Yeah,
with vocals used as an instrument. Then I know what you're saying. The vocals.
It's like how in Nightwish, Floor uses her vocals like when she hums and stuff as like another instrument. For me, he was doing that as another instrument.
I see it. I take it even a step further. It's almost like normally when you think of vocals on a track. The reason I'm saying this is because I've been listening to some bands lately that are doing this kind of thing, which is. When I think of a band and when I think of a song and I think of how the vocals work within a song or within an album, they're normally there as a way to bring to the forefront or bring to life the lyrical content that the track has. So they're singing the song, you feel the emotion, you feel what they're singing about, and they're bringing what was written on paper. It's becoming more real. They're painting a visual picture of what the lyrics are with their voice. That's normally what the vocals are doing in a track. I feel, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but the way you're looking at it, it's almost like the vocals are not there to paint a picture of the lyrics. The lyrics are like, everything about it is irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's the sound, the emotion that it gets transported with the vocals that becomes part of the atmosphere of the track, becomes part of the sound of the track.
Yeah, and then once I was able to grasp that, I fell in love with the song. I mean, the song has this, obviously, I love this type of shit where it's just kind of doom and gloom, and still has this dragging forward pace, but still, even though it's very doom and gloom, there's still some light in it at some portions. But I'm really happy with this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know it's not your cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea.
Instrumentals in general are not your cup of tea.
No, but it's not even that. I just this is the problem that I have with this band. And this is why some songs I really dig, and then some songs they completely lose me, because I feel like some of the tracks are a little bit overbearing. Like they try to. It's almost like they try to paint too much of a finer picture, and I feel like they kind of get lost in it. So they kind of lose the direction of where halfway through it they lose themselves
into different directions.
Yeah, they're kind of losing themselves in the creativity of creating a song. And they forget about, does this song need to have and I'm not saying the song needs to have a path or needs to have a direction, but for me personally, I like to feel, I don't mind being dragged through a track, but I like to know at least this is where I'm starting, this is where I'm going, and that is the destination that I'm trying to get to. I need to feel like there's some direction within the track. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And I find that with these guys, most often than not, when I listen to one of their songs, I'm kind of lost in space in it,
but like for me, that's where I enjoy
it. I'm like floating. You know what I mean? Like imagine you being sucked out into space, and all you see around it is darkness. So when you're surrounded by darkness, you don't know where's up, where's down, where's left, where's right.
You just let everything carry you.
Yeah, because you don't, dude. You don't even know if you're moving or not. You could be just floating in the same single piece of space, but because everything is dark around you, there's no sense of direction, and because there's no sense of direction, you could be standing still or you could be moving really fast. You don't know. There's no visual aid to help you understand where you are in comparison to the surroundings around you. And I feel like their music kind of gives me that sense of being lost within it, with nothing for me to say, okay, I'm upside down, or I'm going this way.
Nothing for you to grab onto.
No, I just feel completely lost in it. And while I can understand that works for some people, for me, I start to feel like it becomes a little bit overbearing, and it starts to become a little bit redundant, and I don't find enjoyment within it. I don't mind being lost within the song, but at least I have a sensation that I'm trying to find my way out. Like you're in a maze,
Yeah.
right? But imagine being in a maze blindfolded, and not being able to touch anything. So you don't know if you're upside down, if you're left, right, like, and their music kind of takes away my senses. It removes your senses, and you're just lost within it. And I don't like that feeling of not knowing exactly where I am. I feel completely at lost. That's the problem that I have. It's not necessarily their problem. It's my problem because I don't really, I don't feel like
Connection with this.
no, because I feel completely disconnected from everything. So I don't know where I am, where I'm going, where the song is taking me, what's the purpose of all of this. I'm just like in a black hole. You know what I mean? There's some bands that allow you to lose yourself within the music,
but still have something for you to latch on to.
Exactly. So you're kind of you're working your way through the song, trying to find your way out of the maze. With these guys, I'm just like in space, and I have like no clue what the hell is going on around me. While that could be appealing to some people, it's not appealing. It's not necessarily appealing to me. No, they have some songs where I can hold on to. This was not one of them. I mean, you completely get lost within this track.
But for me, I really enjoyed getting lost into the track and just kind of swaying, and the different parts of it switching, kept me intrigued.
Yeah, it has the ability to create an aura, an atmosphere. The problem that I have is that the atmosphere is so thick, it's so all-encompassing that you're just in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like I said. I mean, I keep repeating myself, but it's like if you're diving into a pool, you're inside the water, and you close your eyes, and you let the current take you where you may. You don't know if you're upside down, if you're going left, right, or if you're in the same. You're completely removed of all the senses, so you don't know where you are. And I kind of feel like their music does that to me, and that's not something I don't feel comfortable, because I just feel, what's the purpose of all of this? Like, why am I here? Like, what's happening here? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I just don't feel comfortable. Like I said, it's not their problem, it's my problem. I just don't gravitate towards it. You enjoyed it, that's fine. More power to you. I mean, whatever. Like, that's why music appeals to different people about different things, right?
I definitely have to be in a mood though, because this type of music, I love it, but I can't listen to it in certain, like, I have to listen to it in when I'm in a good headspace, like, to listen to it. It's not much of a. It's more of like a car ride and maybe me lying down on the bed, but not much of like hype me up music.
This is not something that's going to make you want to turn on the treadmill and go for a run.
But definitely, it makes me more dreary and it makes me want to close my eyes and just kind of.
It makes you become more introspective. Maybe that's the best way.
Yeah.
It allows you to kind of connect with your own inner thoughts.
Close your eyes. Just
connect with yourself. Become one with yourself. That I agree with you. Okay, that I agree with you. But because once again, you don't have to worry about your senses. You don't have to worry about searching your path through it, because there's no path. You're just lost in it. You know what I mean? So that I agree with you. That I can see. Okay, on that part, we're in agreement. On everything else, you can listen to it. I'll find something else to play.
Okay.
All right? Fair enough?
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys, this is it for today. Come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.